I think I was in a bit of shock because I did not realize that this was set in the 70s until I saw the appliances on the set. I somehow missed that part in the script. So,
Like the title, you mean?
Young and beautiful. Someday your looks will be gone. Oh, watch it, Eric. Hot pizza rolls coming through. Hot, hot. Kitty, where are you? Okay, take two. There's plenty coming. Is everybody good? I know. Vienna sausages are so versatile.
Eric?
Hi, Dad.
What the hell happened to Bob's hair?
Beats me.
His head looks like a poodle's Boy, just when you think you've seen everything.
A poodle walks into your party.
Eric, don't use the word. You're still in high school.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pigs in a blanket. Hot, hot.
Kitty, is that your Toyota in the drive?
Red, a Toyota?
Yeah, it's mine. I tell you, the last time I was that close to a Japanese machine, it was shooting at me.
Well, honey, it is the gas crisis. What can you do?
And you know, Bob, those SOBs at the dealership offered me a lousy $400 trade-in on the Vista Cruiser.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
It'll rust in the driveway before I trade it in.
Honey, it is rusting in the driveway.
Hey, Bob, I'll take the cruiser off your hands. I don't care if it's a pump sucker.
What you got there, Eric?
Beer? I found it just sitting, around.
Well, put them away, son.
Why, I intend to, sir.
Oh, honey, on your way to the basement, could you pop these in the fridge? They're warm.
I think I was in a bit of shock because I did not realize that this was set in the 70s until I saw the appliances on the set. I somehow missed that part in the script. So,
Like the title, you mean?
well, it wasn't called that. It was called The Kids Are All Right or something. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Well, I didn't know it was the 70s, so maybe I didn't read the title of the show. I didn't know completely what that involved. And then when it fully sunk in,
Did you think we were having a costume party?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it was the clothing that became very troublesome to me. I was extremely worried about it. And that outfit, which I actually have at home because I took everything, that is a big, giant, long wraparound skirt and then a big red blouse with a big frill thing. And I remember thinking, I wonder if anyone's going to even see me in this show between the wig, the hair. No, actually, that was my hair at that time.
Really?
My hair,
Oh, wow.
and that big, huge, floaty costume. And I was very much my mother. Watching that was very much my mother. Red terrified me because I knew he was RoboCop. So I was very nice to him then. And I just was so excited about a period show. And it was just perfect. Like I remember those little Vienna sausages and,
Yeah.
I don't know, the writing was so sharp and so good. It was just so much fun. So much fun. I didn't remember that I sang that though.
You don't
And I
remember
didn't
what-
even sound that bad.
Basically, I think I was nervous because I hadn't really, I'd done comedy, of course, on stage, but I hadn't actually in the little podunk theaters I worked in. No, I was in some nice theaters. But anyway, I hadn't really done comedy on film, so I was a little bit concerned about how I was going to come off comedically.
I didn't know that. I did not know that you were insecure.
Oh, sure. So anyway, I was a little insecure about that, but all you have to do is get a couple of laughs and you go, oh, okay, I got this. As you can see, I had some pretty good, they even make me chuckle now. I had some kind of funny lines in there and it worked, and so, and especially, when you're doing a big crowd scene, it's another thing if I'm doing a scene with Debra Joe and it's like bip, bap, bip, bap, bip, bap,
What is it?
bip, bap, bip, bap, boom, like that. It worked, and so it was good. It was actually an important scene for me now that I think about it.
Wait, a washer and free water? Oh my God, it's like there's no reason to ever come home.
What? washer and dryer, Red. They are going to have a washer and dryer. That red-headed harlot is going to be shouting out my baby's grass stains. What about my last summer with my youngest child? I bet you weren't thinking about that when you went fishing. I bought sparklers for the 4th of July. He loved sparklers, and now he's leaving, and what are we going to do for the 4th of July?
There's a car show in Kenosha.
A car show? I don't want to go to a car show in Kenosha. I want 3 more months with my baby boy. And now they're gone because of your bull. Way to go, dumbass!
Is that how we played that scene?
Yeah, but I think that was a rewrite. I think that was on the night of shooting. Yeah, I think it was
What?
the end of that scene, because I think they came up to me and said, would you have a problem saying this?
What'd you say?
I guess they bleeped it or whatever. Anyway, they asked me. Yeah, that was a rewrite. I mean, it was a brilliant one. Or maybe it was their plan all along, but I certainly did not do that in rehearsal. That was on tape night in front of the live audience. I think. I don't know. It was a very long time ago, and I'm old now, so I maybe am possibly making this up. But I believe that was a rewrite. And I just remember the audience's reaction. It was one of the loudest things I had ever heard. It was great. And I loved doing it. I loved it.
Having Kitty yell at Red was something special, obviously, because she wouldn't normally yell at Red like that. It's kind of hard for me to remember, but I would imagine he did the car show in Kenosha as a way of sort of like trying to skirt around the issue, and it was a complete failure.
Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way.
Where'd you go, Red?
Well, I was hopping down the old bunny trail, and this guy offered me $200 for the Vista Cruiser. So I sold it to him.
You sold Eric's car? Oh, no.
When we filmed those, this camera was sitting right in the middle of us. And at the time that this was filmed, you couldn't miss a line because they couldn't edit it. So if anybody messed up their line, you had to start all over again.
Right.
And I think it was Tanya. I think it was Midge.
Rest
Every
her
time
soul.
it got to Midge, you held your breath that she would remember. You could hear her or something. And I can't tell you how many times we started over in this scene, like a bazillion times.
Because she would always go, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, she'd get nervous. She'd get so, because the pressure was, it was actually a little intense. You didn't want to be the one to mess up. They're the 360s. I call them the 360s.
Those cookies look good.
Well, thanks. Sorry I made a scene.
Oh, you were just tired.
No, I wasn't just tired. Mom, I'm having a really hard time here. Did it hit you this hard, too?
Did what, dear?
Menopause.
Oh, I never had it.
Mom, everybody has it.
Well, I've always been quite health conscious. I told you to eat more vegetables.
Oh my God, I loved Betty White so much. And she was so mean to me.
What?
Yeah, she was really mean. She was a mean mother.
Oh, the
I
character.
loved her. Yeah. The character.
Yeah.
The character. Yeah.
Betty White was great.
Yeah. I loved that relationship because it was very passionate on Kitty's end. And Red was just enamored with her. It gave Kitty some good conflict. So I really liked that. It was, to me, true to life. It was heartfelt. It was, they all had their separate roles to play. I'm sorry, where both of us are just kind of looking at this going, oh, I remember that. The wallpaper in this scene is completely different now. It's all berries. It's little berries.
The wallpaper is?
Yeah. The phone? Is the phone different? That notepad thing is gone.
I think the phone is still. Oh,
Oh, the phone is still there, you're right. Those cheese grater lights are still there, but it's mostly berries, and it's actually a little bit bigger now. It's easier to act in. Where the kitchen table was, that's kind of a bigger area. And it's kind of brightened, it's like freshened up, is what I would say. Freshened up.